Business, entrepreneurship. Business, entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, business. They just look so similar, but they're not the same. Oh, they are not the same. They work together, but they are not the same. Welcome to Bolivia RSA. I am the lovely Vundo Bolivia Kuzwayo, and thank you for joining us for this video on Business 101. And welcome to our channel, the place where township prosperity begins. Now, in today's video, we are going to talk about the difference between business and entrepreneurship, and also how they are similar and how they will go hand in hand and work together. And in nice English words, we can say they are mutually inclusive. Okay, but typically just how they help each other and also help the individual at this case become better or just wealthier, richer, whatever version of it you look for. So this will be our business 101 for the average township person and also anyone else. Some of the things we will be talking about here, anyone can actually use, anyone can understand, anyone can implement wherever they are. Funny enough, we will also be making another video which should actually pop up at the end of this video, which will give you a thorough breakdown on how to register a company. So in that video, I will go through all of the steps while showing you in detail how to register a business, what are some of the things you need, and also how to go about the entire process. Okay, in this video though, we're going to find the differences between businesses and companies, and also find how we can actually start a business or start a company, and what are the key things to every entrepreneur and also to every business. Okay, so simply starting, a business. What is a business? A business and a company are kind of two different things, but two things that do go hand in hand, as we've been saying. Yes, they can usually work together, and that's usually how they function in society. However, a business is just something or anything that a person does for the sake of making a profit or the sake of making money from that thing, and just running their own lives without having a boss per se. So having them be their own boss and make money or profit from that, they're running a business. So simplest thing that comes to mind, taxi owners for the longest time have been running businesses because they've been doing something for profit base, and they've just been doing it for the longest time. They've been running a business, not a company, but a business. For example, when you were younger and you were at school, you used to sell sweets. I remember we used to sell lollipops. We were running a business. We didn't know it at the time because we were just, hey, we're just doing this for fun, get extra money, do this, gain here, buy this, do that. But we were running a business because we were doing this for the basis of making a profit or getting money back from our work. People who run spaza shops run business. The vendors, street vendors that we find where we buy our fat cooks, our cookies, all of those things, those people, they run businesses. The Ethiopian people, the Somalian people that are selling things throughout our township areas, they run businesses, but not companies. A company is a formal, legalized version of a business. A business anyone can start. A company, you have to register the company. It has to be legally done through channels such as your CIPC, your biz portal, and you need to have proper roles and functions of CEOs or directors. That's when it becomes a company. In this case, you can now apply for funding, you can now do the necessary things, provide your tax certificates, all of those things. That is when it is now a company. You can go and open up bank accounts for your revenue or your income or your expenses and what have you. Then it is a formal company. Don't get the two mixed up. Business, anyone can open. doesn't need to be legally or formally created. Company has to be legally or formally created and has to have different roles, different functions that people do or have. Okay? So, whether it is a business or it is a company, you still have to abide by a few rules that, at the basis of it, need to fuel your desire, need to fuel your reasoning of why you are doing what you are doing. So, these can stem down to, or can be broken down to the simplest variation of just 4 crucial questions. Why, how, when, what? Simple enough, right? Why, how, when, what? Simple questions. But these questions are key to how do you look at this venture that you are in. Are you just doing it just because you just want to make a quick buck? Or do you have a long-term goal of where you want to be with this venture? Now, these questions, we can break them down even further. When we break them down even further, we would start with the easiest one. What? Question what? What product or service are you offering? And why is this product different? Or why are you different than any other person who's been offering the same product or service? Why? What is your vision? What is your mission? What is your goal? What is the objective? Why are you opening a business? Why are you starting a company? Your goals, your vision, your mission, and your objectives have to be clear and precise to why this is happening. If you don't have these, start over. Just start over. Because these are key to the motivation behind why you are doing what you are doing. Generational wealth for your family, very lovely. Good, why? But break it down even further. What's your vision? Oh, I want to be the best service delivery company in this place. That's a good why. I want to have 50 trucks at certain type of period. That's a good why. That's a good vision. Then break it down even further. What's the mission? Your mission is in line with your vision. The mission tells you where you want to ultimately go. What's your goal? Oh, reaching this many amounts of trucks in a certain period. Okay, cool. Okay, right. The objective is the smaller version of the goal. So again, all of these things, they are in alignment with each other, but they tell the story of what is the purpose behind what you are doing. And the next question, when? This question speaks to time frame. Do you have a time frame? When would you like to start this? Have you done the necessary research on your product, your location, your initial capital? Have you done the research necessary, and do you have a timeline of when you want to start this and when do you see it being profitable, viable, feasible? Very, very important question. When? The last question is how? How are you looking to run this business, this company? How are you looking to eventually grow this business or this company? How are you going to formally register this business, this company? Or this company, sorry, because you can't formally register the business version of it. The company version you can. One simple difference between an entrepreneur and an employee is the way in which you do things. So an entrepreneur has to be a generalist, so a jack of all trades, for example. You can't run a company or run a business that you've never done at the grassroots, that you've never understood at the grassroots level. So as an entrepreneur, you need to be the HR person, you need to be the accountant, the lawyer, the admin person. You need to understand all of these facets of your business. But as an employee, you just need to specialize. If I'm the accountant, I just need to be the greatest accountant that you could employ for this position. And if I am, I keep my job and I keep it moving. If I'm a generalist, they will find someone who's better at the job than I am, and I will lose my job. But as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you have to be a generalist. You can have something that you specialize in, that you're so good in, that you know no one can beat you at it, and this gives you what we call a competitive advantage in the business realm. But you still need to be a generalist. You still need to know each and every aspect of your business. Don't have to be the best at it, but you need to have a general understanding of it. As an entrepreneur, you also need to be someone who is invested 100% into this. If you still have excuses or options, you're not an entrepreneur. You're not in this yet. No. And on a personal level, I also believe you cannot be someone who wants to realm into the entrepreneurial space and also be looking to work for someone else for more than 5 years. Now, different people have different time frames for this. I personally, to you, am saying 5 years should be the maximum amount of time you are willing to allocate to someone else for achieving their potential, while you are saving, while you are investing, while you are researching, while you are building to venture out into your entrepreneurial space. If you just want to be an employee and you're comfortable and you're passionate about what you do, for example, a teacher, a nurse, this, that, and that, it's okay. This doesn't apply to you. But if you are looking to be an entrepreneur and venture out into the entrepreneurial space, I do not believe you can invest more than 5 years of your life and your time helping someone else reach their greatness. 5 years is the maximum. Do what you need to do. Save as much as you need to save. Invest as much as you need to invest to ensure that when you venture out into the entrepreneurial space, you have no if and or buts that will pull you back to that other space. Because if you still have options, you're not there. If you're still unwilling to sacrifice everything, you're not there. It is hard, this entrepreneurial space. It requires your undivided attention. But when you do it right, the potential is unfathomable. And yes, I said unfathomable. Yeah, look at me now. I am an English teacher, but still, I'm just a local guy from Inanda, and I said unfathomable. But yeah, that's just business 101. Business, entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship, business management. They're similar. They are not the same. Do not get it confused. Once again, thank you very, very much for joining me for another video. And if you love this kind of content, you love this video, please check out this video down here. Or check out this video down here. Thank you very, very much. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. And if you have ideas for any other type of video, or if you want us to just run a podcast whereby we're in different places, but we're still able to give out quality content, talk about some of the things that some people are finding difficult, please shoot me a message down in the comments section below, or send me an email. You'll find my email down in the description. And if you have any questions, any queries, also reach out to me. I am looking to help as many people as I can help. Please also help me by reaching 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Please, we're still on that goal. Subscribe up here, and I hope to see you next time. Have a very, very wonderful day, and remember, as always, a still fish is a dead fish. Keep moving. Bye.